The ArcGIS API for JavaScript provides ready-to-use widgets to help you build great apps with less code. I'd like to show you how to build an impactful app using just a few of these. Here's a reference page for the pop-up. The pop-up gives you information about a feature, and it's automatically set up on a view. Just like all of our widgets, it's easy to customize by setting properties. By default, there's a zoom to action provided, but as a developer, I can add custom actions alongside of it. Let's look at an example app I've created. So here's a web map of the New York area containing 10 layers. Each layer shows information about home values in a specified range. I've added a legend at the top right to see symbology about each layer. If I click on a feature, it shows me the pop-up, and I can see information about that feature. I can zoom to the feature and get closer, and I've also added a custom action here to open a data table. With the next release of the JavaScript API, we're adding a new feature table widget. The feature table lets you view rows of attributes for features in a layer. As I scroll the table, additional data is loaded dynamically. I can also click on a table's header to sort data. You can try out the feature table now using the /next version of the API that Jeremy mentioned a few minutes earlier. Let's see the source for this demo. So the first thing I do is I'm creating my web map from a portal item. Then I create my view, set the web map on it, and configure the pop-up a little bit. Here I'm creating the legend widget and assigning the view to it. I then place the legend in the top right of the view's user interface. Here's where I create my custom action. I'm giving it a title, an ID I can reference later, and an icon class. I then add my custom action to the view's pop-up actions. Then I listen to the pop-up event for when it triggers an action. I can check to see if my custom action was called by looking at the ID. Then I can create and open my feature table and close the pop-up. To create the feature table, it's just a few lines of code. I'm getting the layer from the event of the selected feature. I create the feature table, assign the layer to it, and I set up which fields I want to see on that table. Then I simply add it to the view's user interface. And the best thing about this is that it's less than 60 lines of JavaScript code to create this app. Since last year's Developer Summit, we've also added a swipe widget. The swipe widget is great for comparing data. And you can see as I move the swipe, it clips layers, and I can see data below. By enhancing the previous demo, I've set it up to use multiple swipe widgets. So now, as I scroll the page, each layer I can clip and compare data easily and see patterns. Some additional benefits of these widgets is that they're internationalized in over 40 languages. They use a view model pattern so that logic is separated from presentation. And we've added the view and its styles on GitHub so you can customize them and create a unique functionality. We hope these widgets will make it easier for you to create great applications.